Hey everyone, welcome to the Don't Settle Squad podcast episode 4 with me, Mark McCourt, aka Guy Who Didn't Settle if you follow me on Instagram. If you're not, it's probably where you should follow me. It's where I put out most of my content. And I'm trying to put out, just like with this podcast, inspiration and education to help you take back control of your body, mindset and your life. So, for those who might be watching this for the first time, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I got into it. I had to give up things I loved to do before. But didn't settle for that. That's where the name is coming from. Took ownership, educated myself, and now back doing the things that I love, like jiu-jitsu and much more after that too. So that's what I want for you. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, hit the subscribe button, join the Don't Settle Squad, and we're going to go for progress together. So today, the topic, we're going to go through something that I've talked about this a lot on Instagram as well. I talk about it with clients, just what I call listening to your body. Okay, so that's the concept we're going to talk about today, listening to your body, because it's something very simple, but something that a lot of us don't do, something that I didn't do or didn't even think of. Okay, so I'm not going to keep it too long today, maybe 15 minutes, and I'm going to go through a few points and takeaways here. So first of all, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but we're thinking of a relationship with our body just like we would have with somebody else, whether it's a partner or a family member. That's the way that I want you to think of the body going forward, because the reality is, for those people out there like me who suffered with chronic pains and injuries going on for years, the harsh truth is, if you treated, let's say, your partner the way you treat your body, your body would have left you a long time ago. That's what I'm trying to say. If you treated your partner the way you treat your body, it would have fucking left you a long time ago. But it can't, unfortunately. So that's why you're dealing with chronic pains. That's why you're dealing with injuries. You haven't listened to your body, and what do you expect? So, you can see where I'm going with it. It makes sense. It's a simple analogy, but my own example, 10 years of chronic pains and injuries, and I'm still trying to play sport. I'm still trying to go to the matches and ignoring all these signals from my body. Imagine that from a partner. A partner is telling you something every week. Something silly. What? Put the dishes in the dishwasher. You're like, whatever. Goes on 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. How do you think that relationship is going to be if this is going on for 3 months, for 6 months, for a year? Just like I was saying a minute ago, it wouldn't get that far, because they'd fucking leave. They'd leave you because you're not listening. Okay, you're not taking the relationship seriously. And this is what we do with our bodies, because when we're younger, we think everything's going to be fine, and we completely neglect that relationship with our body, and it slowly gets worse and worse and worse until it's now a very bad relationship, and it's much harder to come back from it. Okay, so obviously that's when we get to the stage of having to give up sport and stuff, because we just have so many issues with our body from not listening. So just what you want to learn from other people's mistakes here. Don't let it get to that stage is what I'm trying to tell you here. Start listening to your body from today. Stop ignoring the signals, and this is going to be a big part of, like I'm saying at the start, taking back control of your body, your mindset and your life. Okay, so I'll just run through 3 points to help you here with it. So the first point is, just like any relationship, it takes time. Some of the biggest self-limiting beliefs around getting back control over your body is that it's going to happen quickly. The quick fixes. Like we're all marketed every day. Go to the physio, go to the chiropractor, whatever. We think it's going to happen within a few weeks. Again, we're changing our perspective and our frame on it now. Think of a relationship with the partner. They're still with you after years for some reason, even though you're treating them like shit, and you're trying to improve that relationship. Is it going to happen overnight? Obviously not. You're going to have to work on it slowly. You're going to have to give it time. You're going to have to commit to the long game, like I talk about a lot on Instagram. Commit to playing the long game, just going for small gains and slowly improving that relationship with your body, just like you would with a partner or a family member. So that's the first thing. If you can't even get over that hurdle, there's nothing I can help you with. There's nothing anyone can really help you with, to be honest. If you can't take a long-term view on looking after your body, the only body that you're ever going to have. So that's the first thing that you need to work on. Second thing, I'm not going to go into relationship advice here. I'm not the person to give it, but we're just going to stick with the same analogy. So we need to check the ego, and we need to start listening is the second point. Okay, so just like with the partner, silly example there, check the ego, apologize, listen to them, let their feelings be known, you're sorry for what you've done, blah, blah, blah. And then start taking actions that are going to change it for the better. Okay, so we need to start doing this with the body as well. And the last point that I was going to go through is that it's something that consistently needs to be worked on. It's not something, again, that you can do it for a month or two. Do you know what I mean? Like, even let's say with the partner there, can you listen to them for a month or two and then everything's rosy and that's it now for the rest of your life? You don't you can just anymore after the 2 months, you can just ignore them. We know where that's going to go. So the third point is really that it's a lifelong endeavor of listening to your body and trying to navigate, through your training and through life. It's something that you're going to have to prioritize now going forward for life. Okay, so there are 3 quick points. It's going to take time to get to know them, like any relationship. Listening to your body, need to check the ego, listen and start learning. And then the final one is that it's something that we need to consistently work on. Okay, so that's just a few kind of principles, you could say, around it. I'll go into more kind of actionable steps that you can do now. Like, let's just think of indicators where we should be listening to our body. Okay, there's 2 simple ones that we can think of in relation to like exercise or playing sport. How are you feeling during it? Okay, it sounds very basic. If you're playing soccer, if you're doing jiu-jitsu and you're getting pain in some part of your body during it and it's happening consistently, you need to listen to it. It's not happening by random. Your body just isn't giving you these signals randomly. More than likely it's something you've been ignoring and it's gone on and on for a while. That's not going to end up well. I can tell you from experience, it'll end up getting worse and worse and worse until you have to give it up. So that's not where you want to go with it. You want to start listening now. So if you're getting pain in the moment and it keeps happening in your chosen sport or in the gym, you're currently not ready for it at the moment, okay? Not to say, like people have told me, you're broken, you have to give this up forever, blah, blah, blah. It's just you're not currently ready for it, okay? And you need to listen and take a step back. Second indicator then can be the next day as well, because, for example, if you feel okay in the moment, but then the next day you wake up and you can barely move, there's another example or another signal from your body that what you did yesterday, you currently weren't really ready for that, okay? So we need to be listening to those 2 signals. They're handy ones to remember. How did I feel in the moment? And then how did I feel the next day? And again, check the ego, start listening, start learning from it. Because again, what's the point of listening to your body and then not actually iterating or making any changes? Go back to the relationship. They've told you that whatever, you need to put the plate in the dishwasher. You need to learn from it and do that going forward, for example. Like there'll be lots of different things on both sides of the relationship, but you need to learn and iterate and work with each other if it's gonna play out long term. Same with the body. For example, you're trying to do, I don't know, pull-ups in the gym, but your elbow always gets sore. You're obviously not able for pull-ups right now at the moment. Switch it to something else. Switch it to rows. Start working on the mobility. Something like that. Simple example. Like, you need to just listen and start iterating on it. Okay, so there are 2 indicators that you can think of for that. So, look, we might even just leave it there. What was the few other points I had down here? Yeah, it's just, a good phrase that I heard before on Instagram that I'm going to steal was, listen to your body when it whispers, or you're going to have to listen to it scream. Okay, and I really resonated with that one because the body will start off whispering at you, just like someone in a new relationship would. They're not going to go fucking nuts over one thing that you've done once. They're going to start going crazy when things are starting to add up and you're ignoring it and not listening. Same with the body. I didn't just wake up one day and have pains in most parts of my body for no reason. It's something that accumulated over time, like I said, because I wasn't listening. So it's been the same for you. Listen to your body when it whispers. Start taking action on it, checking the ego, pulling back from things that we can't currently do and working on the mobility. And then you won't have to listen to it scream down the line with injuries, chronic pains, and ultimately having to give up things that you love to do. So I think we'll leave it there for that. So quick recap. Listen to your body is the whole topic of this. If you're getting confused over certain things, why am I sore today? All this type of stuff. Start to frame it like a relationship with your body, just like you'd have with somebody else. That's where you need to start off with it. Understand it's going to take time, just like any relationship, listening to your body, understanding what you can currently do, what you can't do, checking the ego, listening to your body, learning from it and iterating on it. And then the last one was, it's something that you need to consistently work on. Okay, it's not just you can listen to your body for 2 months and then go back doing all the stuff that you know you're not able for, and then getting pain and injury and thinking, oh, that's just the way it's going to be. My body, I have a weak, fragile body. This is where the self-limiting beliefs will start to come into it, where it's not the truth. Then I'd given you 2 indicators for sport and exercise that you can start taking this on board and start listening to your body, is how you're feeling during the exercise and then how you're feeling the next day. Okay, so there are 2 indicators that you can start using now. If you're getting pains, and if you're getting signals from one of those 2, you need to do something about it, or else it's going to get worse, just like the relationship with the partner or a family member. So yeah, reach out to me on Instagram. If that's you and you're not sure what to do, that's why I'm doing this, to help people like yourself. So reach out to me on Instagram. And then, I just close it off with saying, listen to your body while it whispers, or you won't have to listen to it scream. Okay? Don't ignore it like I did. It's not a good place to be. So, that's pretty much it. Hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to keep this one a little bit shorter with actionable tips than going on babbling for ages. So, do all the good stuff. If you found this helpful, subscribing is probably the easiest way. This will be up on YouTube. And it's also going to be on the podcast platforms like Stitcher, Spotify, etc. So hit subscribe if you want to join the Don't Settle squad, going for progress together. I'll be putting out more educational videos like this along with some other stuff. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.